So Junior is at the new shop that he works at because he's the only one who clearly has some type of common sense to get a backup plan once he saw that shit was getting real toxic last season. So he's at the new shop that he's working at. Ryan pops up on him and everything, and they, do the whole bro dap up, whatever, whatever. And Junior's like, yeah, man, I heard about what you did to the shop and everything, and Ryan was like, I mean, I did what I had to do. I didn't know what else to do or whatever. And Junior is like, well, they had a fuck Ryan party and everything. And Ryan was like, yeah, I pulled up or whatever. I thought about walking in, but I said, forget it or whatever. And Junior is like, I mean, you just gonna sit up here and pack up and go just like that, you know what I'm saying? After you built this shit. And like, Ryan is like, well, what else am I supposed to do? And Junior is like, well, word on the street is, you had a mental breakdown and you said fuck all of your employees. And for somebody as big as you in Chicago doing tattoos and stuff, that's not a good look. And it's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? And so Junior just pretty much tells him like, listen, you need to do something to, keep your legacy going or whatever. So then we have Don and Ashley. Ashley shows up to the crib and everything, and pretty much he's not here for the whole her moving to Texas with the kids. And she's saying how she doesn't have a support system here for real, and how she's just really hurt by everything he's done to her. And her support system is down there in Texas with her brother and everything. And he starts yelling at her, going back into old Don mode, talking about some, they're my kids and this, that, and the third. And Ashley is like, listen, you don't love me or whatever. And that girl is now saying that she pregnant by you and everything. And here go Don talking about some, man, she just trying to fuck with you or whatever, this, that, and the third. And Don, he's like, I'll go broke to have y'all here in Chicago if I have to buy a second house or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he keeps on talking about how he's going to be a better man. And it's just like, I mean, Don, we done heard it all before, okay? We like Sunshine Anderson. Ashley is like Sunshine Anderson. She done heard it all before, okay? Because you keep on saying this over and over again, and you continuously fuck up over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people is tired of hearing the same old thing. So, he's talking about how the boys need to be there with their father, and, talking about raising two black boys in America and leading them in the right direction. I'm like, well, you wasn't thinking about all that when you was doing what you was doing yet again, Don, and possibly getting somebody else pregnant yet again. You wasn't thinking about raising your two black boys and leading them in the right direction when you was doing what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? What Bondi Blue say, you ain't being the real father, real man right now. Like on some real shit though. So Ashley, she's just over it. She's made her decision. Don's like, well, fuck you then or whatever. And Ashley, this is how she just kind of over it, because she didn't even have any fight in her to argue with him. She just left. I was like, damn, Don, you might have really done fucked up this time. Like, he might have really done fucked up this time. But like I told you guys last week, even though Don did what he did, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I don't think that she should just be so rash into moving to Texas or whatever. Like, I understand, I completely understand how she feels and everything, and him continuously fucking her over. I completely understand that, but he is still their father at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel like she is making this move off of emotion. You know what I mean? But anyway, so then we have Van. He's working like on his clothing line, and the clothing line is called Chicago Rilla. And at first I thought he was saying Chicago Riller, But once I had saw the logo and saw that it was a gorilla, I was like, oh, he's saying Chicago Rilla, like gorilla. Okay. So yeah, he's working on that or whatever. Charmaine, she shows up in this cute turban that she was rocking. And she's seeing what he's up to and everything, and pretty much he's telling her about the fashion show that he's trying to do for his clothing line. He's trying to get this thing into gear, considering that Nine Mag is going to be shut down. And they also did show I think earlier on in the episode or something like that, everybody packing up their stuff to leave Nine Mag, and them reminiscing, and them just still being in shock that it's all over and everything. But anyway, so back to Charmaine and Van. He's telling her about the fashion show, and how he wants her to host and everything, and of course she's really excited about it or whatever. And next thing you know, Charmaine nasty ass has gas. And I'm like, what is up with everybody having gas this week on reality shows? First Jock, now Charmaine. And then she gonna go to where some of his clothes were hanging up at to move away from them so they wouldn't smell it. But he like, get about the clothes, Charmaine. You gonna have the gas smell all up in there and everything. And I was just cracking up. Like, Charmaine is just ridiculous. I was cracking up. I'm like, you really going, like, you won't move into the clothes, like that's gonna make it any better, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so they pretty much push her out the door or whatever. So then we have Four. He's in the studio, and he's talking about how he's just been stressed out about the whole Nine Mag situation, and him and Nikki still beefing, and how he's been on the couch for the last 4 days, and the studio is really his only escape as of right now. Nikki, she ends up popping up and everything, and the producer Rico, he's saying to her like, you ready, Nikki, and everything, and Forrest's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So she gets into the booth or whatever, and she does admit that she didn't handle the news of him going to LA in the right way or whatever. And I'm like, well, shit, at least she could admit that she was wrong. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, so I decided to make a rap as my way to apologize to him. And she did like this real cheesy rap apologizing to him and everything. And, of course he forgives her, and she just explains that, she just felt left out or whatever. And like I told you guys last week, I did understand that, but I just really did not like the way she handled that shit. The way she handled it was really immature, and it was just unacceptable. You know what I mean? But she just felt left out and everything, and he promises to, keep her in the loop more or whatever, and, they kiss and make up. So later on that night, him and Nikki are playing around in the bed and everything. He gets a FaceTime call from Don or whatever, and Don is saying that he's downstairs, and Four says that Don is always welcomed here and everything, but he doesn't just usually pop up unless there's some shit really going on. So him and Nikki go downstairs to accompany Don, and they're asking him, like, is he okay and everything? And, Don is like, nah, this whole situation with Ashley and, the girl from Snapchat or whatever. And, Nikki and Ford, they're asking him, they're like, so who is this girl anyway? You know what I'm saying? And Don is like, I mean, her name is Tashay. I don't even know her last name or whatever. I'm just like, damn shame. Okay, he don't know her last name, and he claims, he's sitting up here trying to tell them that he done told Ashley everything or whatever, but now the girl trying to add some extra shit into the mix by saying that she's pregnant. And Nikki and Ford, they like, what? Like, are you serious right now? You know what I'm saying? And Don is also letting them know, to make matters worse, that, Ashley, she wants to take the boys down to Texas and everything. And, he's sitting up here talking about some, like, yeah, I slept with her and everything. I admitted to that or whatever. But for her to sit up here and try to, add all this extra shit in and try to break up my family, it's not cool or whatever. And, I'm not about to lose my family over one dumbass mistake. I'm like, Don, sweetie, in my Kendall voice, sweetie, like, this is not your first mistake. Like, what is this, mistake number 4? Like, I'm trying to think. Charmaine. This is about mistake number 3 or 4, child. I can't even keep up no more. But yeah, I think we about on the 4th mistake. I'm trying to think about the shit. Either way, yes, this is not your first mistake. So, anyways, moving on, because I just don't even know what else to say. So, moving on, we have Lily. Apparently she's still rooming with Cobra and everything. I was like, oh, the way she was talking last week, I didn't know these two were still rooming together, but apparently they are. Cobra is in Houston, Texas at the moment. Pretty much she's there with her family and everything until everything gets straightened out with the shop, and of course they don't know when that's going to be. Next thing you know, out of nowhere, Velvet shows up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this raggedy ass bitch doing here? I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? So she just like real random with the shit. She's asking Lily, where's Cobra and everything. And Lily is like, she's in Texas right now. And she's like, oh man, I wanted to catch up with her and everything. I'm like, you and Cobra did not end on good terms, my beloved. Like, I was just looking like, what? So, she's asking Lily what she's drinking or whatever, and Lily has said something about drinking a tequila or something like that. And Velvet is like, well, can I have some and everything? And Lily is like, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? And Lily invites her in. I'm just like, how you going to invite the bitch that played your roommate into her shit while she ain't there? Child, whatever. So anyways, Velvet is talking about how her Instagram got deleted or something like that. She says something about how somebody reported her walking up the stairs with like some anal plug or something like that. I don't really care. So Lily is telling her about how 9mag is pretty much down the drain and, pretty much telling Velvet everybody's business. And then she gets to Danielle and about how, Danielle is engaged and everything. And then that's when Velvet is like, huh? Danielle is engaged? You know what I'm saying? And then that's when she drops the bomb on Lily talking about, well, me and Terrence have been texting or whatever. And Lily is like, say what now? And she's like, yeah, me and Terrence had like some oral communication in Cabo or whatever, this, that, and the third, and pretty much he's been hitting me up since Cabo. And Lily, she's like, see, now I knew this bitch had some shit with her or whatever, just sitting up here popping up out the blue. Like, I really don't know, I really don't want to know about this shit right now. Lily, she's like, I mean, listen, y'all both are wrong. You know what I'm saying? And Velvet is like, yeah, you right, but apparently he don't think he wrong because he's still texting me and everything. And, he texted me 3 weeks ago trying to chill and blase. Velvet wants to tell Danielle because she don't want Danielle or any woman sitting up here she don't want any woman to sit up here and marry somebody that's a cheater and everything. I'm like, oh, coming from somebody that sat up here and played Cobra and led Cobra on. Oh, now Velvet, you have a heart and morals and you're all about women and girl. I really, I can't take Velvet seriously. So Lily, she's like, okay, but she's not your friend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Velvet is like, yeah, but still, I wouldn't want anybody, and any female or whatever, to be with somebody that's cheating on them and everything. And Lily is like, well, I mean, I don't have issues with Danielle. I mean, we not we not boyfriend and girlfriend. We not like BFFs or whatever. But I know that if my man was doing something or whatever that he ain't supposed to be doing, that I will want to know and everything. You know what I'm saying? And so Lily is like, well, listen, let her know, but let her know the right way. Don't be on no extra shit or whatever. You know what I mean? So we get to Van's fashion show. And Velvet shows up. And everybody is looking like, what the fuck is Velvet doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, we thought we left her ass in Cabo somewhere. And Lily is just looking like, why are you here trying to start shit? Like, I told you to do shit the right way, and now you here trying to make a big scene. And Velvet, she gets all up in Danielle's grill talking about some, ooh, Danielle, that's such a nice ring or whatever. I would have, told y'all congratulations if Terrence would have, text me back or whatever. And everybody looking like, like, say what now? You know what I'm saying? So, Velvet, she's like, tell your girl what we did in Mexico and everything. You want to see proof or whatever. And Danielle is like, why are you being thirsty at this point? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, are you finished or are you done? And Velvet is like, no. You know what I'm saying? And Danielle is like, okay, well, we are, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I guess her and Terrence ended up leaving the fashion show altogether because I didn't see them anymore after that. Danielle did pretty good, keeping her cool for the most part or whatever, but she did say that she was going to, address Terrence when they got home or whatever. So, the fashion show starts. Charmaine is hosting. After the fashion show is over with, the girl Tashay that Don had messed with, she's there. And I said, now, production, I'm like, y'all ain't shit. The girl Tashay is there, and Don is looking like, what the fuck is this bitch doing here? You know what I'm saying? So she walks up to him talking about some hey or whatever, and he's just looking at her like, and she's like, oh, so you gonna ignore me now, whatever? And he like, listen, we gonna have this conversation upstairs. We not gonna do this here and everything. And so Don, of course, he's pissed off, and I guess the girls that was with him was like his peoples or something like that. I don't know. But they all go upstairs and everything, including Four. And Don is like, listen, I already told my wife we slept together or whatever, but all this other goofy shit that you on, it's not gonna fly. And you sitting up here, and mind you, old girl do got a baby bump. But he's sitting up here saying that you sitting up here telling her I've been talking to you since 2016. I've only known you since July when I did your piercing or whatever, this, that, and the third. And she said something to him or whatever. And Don is like, listen, everybody who knows you knows that you're associated with lies or whatever. You want to sit up here and talk about that I paid for you to get an abortion or whatever, this, that, and the third. And she's like, yeah, that's correct. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, listen, I don't want my house to be fucked up or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, you think I want my kids to go through this and everything. And it's just like, again, Don, you wasn't thinking about your kids nor your wife when you was doing this bullshit. Okay, so after all that, next thing you know, some girl, and I assume that it was Don's peoples, she threw a drink on the girl Tashay, and I'm just like, whoa. But of course we really didn't get to see it because I guess because of the fact that she's pregnant, so because they had blacked the cameras out and everything. But when they turned the cameras back on, we see that the girl Tashay had, you know, drink all on her face and her hair and stuff like that. And Don and his peoples, you know, they leave, and that was the episode, y'all. Not really too much that happened this episode. But make sure, oh, before I go, Ryan did take Rachel to the new spot that's supposed to be 9 Mag or whatever. Of course, you know, he gotta do renovations and everything. And I don't know, her vibe was kind of off when she was showing, I mean, when he was showing her the new shop or whatever. Like, she just didn't seem impressed, or I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But anyways, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all come back, and I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, y'all.